Well, hello. Welcome to Gardenish and Garden Kitty Duke. We are in the garden. It's a Wednesday turning into evening, and I am out here because I need to go through and figure out exactly what my plan is going to be out here in this space. We have that new section over there. All of these other spaces need to be reworked, topsoiled, retopped. Some compost put in there, just on the top. Some of the dirt has been disturbed. I'm guessing we had some critters decide to take home in the garden over the winter, and it was definitely a warmer place than out in the open field. So, hi Dookie. Anyway, we got to go through, top coat everything, and just kind of like I've got right over there. I have an okra plant that's still like a skeleton of a plant. I never did cut it down, so a couple things like that need to happen. But for the most part, I just need to decide how much compost I need to get, how much soil needs to go into the beds that already have soil, and then decide where I want to put some new cattle panels, because I want to plant some more tomatoes, some different varieties this year. And with doing that, I'm going to have some kind of a trellising situation. I mean, you can never have too many trellis situations in your life. So I'm going to do that. And potatoes. I planned on planting potatoes this past weekend, but we had some really cold nights, and it actually was cold enough that it froze. I had a rutabaga top that I had left from one that I had eaten and prepared here from the store just to see if I liked it, and I ended up the top was sprouting leaves, and I know it won't reroot, but you can get leaves which will in turn bolt and turn the seeds that bolt on those leaves will be able to be planted and will turn into a root the next season. So will you stop? And I know you love me. I love you too, kitty. But so that rutabaga top fried out. It got frozen and it's gone, but that's okay. I ended up covering that. It was that bed right there. I ended up covering it with some cardboard, which I had on there before, right after I planted the seeds. I put the cardboard on top because I knew if we got any hard rains, it would disperse those seeds, and I didn't want to have a big jumble of root crop in one bin. I like to keep my rows as nice as I can, so I know what's what. So the cardboard, I'm sure, helped out. Ow! Do not bite me. The cardboard helped out with keeping those seeds from getting too cold, but it killed my leaves on my rutabaga top. But that's all right. So, potatoes. What are we talking about? We need to talk about potatoes. I was going to do that this weekend. Couldn't because of the weather. My plan is to... oh, hold on. We have another garden kitty. Come here, Whitty. Come on. We may have two garden kitties on the lap. I doubt it. Whitty doesn't. He's not a lap cat, but here he comes. He's coming. Uh-oh, and there goes his buddy. Now I'm full of dookie here. Anyway, so potatoes. Instead of doing a normal potato row like most people do, last year I had, you can see it right over there, that row right there of straw. I did kind of a roof stout method of potato planting. You plant your potatoes in the straw and you mound it up over time. And I have a cat in a bed. Hey, get out of there. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. How do y'all prevent that? I guess I'm gonna have to put some darn chicken wire up or something. You know how I prevent that? I put the cardboard back on top. at least he can't. Oh, look at this jerk. If he's taking a dump in my beds, I'm gonna be mad. Get out of there. Okay, he's not. That's good. These are not your toilets. I see you. You've been back here too, farting around? Welcome to my life. Anyway, so back to this. We're gonna put this on so the cats can't dig up whatever seeds are hopefully germinating. I'll have to come back out here and put some water on this, but this will work for now. Okay, squirrel moment. Back to potatoes. So last year I did that row. Here, let's go see it because, you know, that's what we're doing here. Over here. This was the potato row. It actually did good for the little bit of effort that I did take to do this. You can see there's a big hole right here. There was a couple of them. I've covered them up, but something was bent down in here. And that's fine. I don't care. But this year, my, I'm going to call her my makeshift mother-in-law, sent me a random picture of a really cool idea. And it was potato towers. And basically, it's like fencing wrapped in like in a circle, and you use straw and compost and you put your potatoes in there. So we're going to try and do that. So that's going to be really cool. And it was really funny because she sent me the picture and I just looked at that one day. And then a few days later, just recently, I was on my YouTube just watching my videos that I'm subscribed to, and up pops on my list these potato towers, just like the ones that she was just telling me about in that picture, so that you talked about. So thank you, Carol. We're gonna try potato towers this year. I have a basket of potatoes, of seed potatoes that have got to get out. They are in the kitchen under a cabinet. I didn't forget about them, but it must have been warm in there because those things are like over a foot long. The tubers on them are huge, and the reason I knew what was going on was I bent down like to get something on the floor that was back there by them, and I got smacked in the face by a tuber. So I got to get those potatoes going. It won't be today, but I'm gonna do it this week, hopefully. I'm really hoping maybe Friday evening it warms up. So we had a couple of we're in what is it, March 20th. It's the week of the 20th here, and we had some really cold nights just recently, like below freezing cold nights, and that's, like I said, what killed my rutabaga leaves. And then I've really just kind of been too busy. I put a door situation on the greenhouse and been worrying about everything going on over there to where it's sufficient to add more seedlings, because I want to plant some more tomatoes, and I have a few different things that I want to plant before it gets too late. Anyway, so today was just a day for me to jump on here, say hi to the people that want to see my shining face, especially in this beautiful golden hour sun, and just kind of walk around this garden and dissect what needs to happen. I may scrape up some dirt and kind of get a really good idea of how much I need to get and how much compost I need to get so we can start planting when it starts. My compost bin is not quite ready to be used. It has broke down quite a bit, and I'll take you over there and show you what's happened over the course of the last few months. But because it is not a hot compost, I didn't turn it like I should have because I didn't want to stir it up and lose all the heat that was in the pile. And I think that helped out a lot. But then I would stir it, and then it would get cold, and then it would kind of have to start all over again. So it is what it is. I'm not worried about that. That'll work its magic over the next few months. As it gets warmer, it's going to get better and better. So I'll deal with that. But I will show you guys where it's at and what it's doing. And we will, let's kind of see what I need to get for putting this garden into place and getting it ready for maybe some planting within the next month. That's exciting. Okay, let's go check it out. Okay, guys, I'm as close as I want to get to this compost pile with my head. Even though it's not hot with manure, it still has our food scraps and stuff in it. So I will tell you, it's very musty smelling, which is a good sign. That means it's not any kind of septic or anaerobic. It had air. It's dark in color. So if you like dig down in there, I should have brought the temperature gun out here. If I'd have brought the temperature gun, I could show you what the temperature was. Darn it. All right, so that's gonna be my goal for the next video. Click on the temperature and see where it's at. But I can really smell how broke down this is getting. And it's honestly like, you know, there's some junk in here still, like some peppers and that, but those are new. All that's new. Like if I were to dig down in the deep south of this pile, we would get some good, look, it's smoking. All right, if you can't see that, it is heat going on. We have reaction happening. So I'm gonna keep that covered because as long as it's a hot temperature, but as long as it stays hot, it's breaking down. And that's what we want it to do. Look, there's apples. And it was everything from coffee grounds from your local Starbucks. They have a coffee ground program for gardeners. You can go in there and request their, if they don't have a bin by the door for you already, request them to start their coffee ground program, and they will bag up their old grounds and put them in a container for people to take for free. So I did that this winter. I threw in a lot of the garden scraps, like all the stalks, like the stuff that I didn't keep out there. We had a bunch of leaves, and then everything from the house that we eat, you know, leftovers that go bad, like your lettuce, if it goes bad, your peppers, you know, anything like that. The only thing I didn't throw a lot of in here was citrus, anything acidic like that. It throws off the pH balance of your compost, and it won't do what it's supposed to do. So you kind of got to be careful with that end of it. But as long as you remember like some simple little things, this is a 1 bin compost pile, and we're gonna have compost coming out of this spring. So I'm gonna take you off of there and put my trusty hoe back. Anyway, yeah, so if you could smell that bin, you would be very surprised. It just smells very fresh and musty when you get that. Oh, and look, I'm gonna put my finger in here because it's not that bad. It's not like it's a bunch of poop or something. I pulled out some of these little seedlings that were growing in here, and I put them in pots in the greenhouse. So we'll see what they are. I don't know, they're probably squash. Most likely there's some sort of squash. Here's my trusty gate that I haven't made for this thing yet. Jeez, I start to get too many things on my list, and then nothing gets done, nothing gets accomplished. But anyway, so all right, let's go back over here. All right, here we go. Here's a couple things that need to happen. This is where my peppers were last year, right up front, right when you walked in. Obviously I've haven't done a darn thing out here, but yeah, we had some sweet peppers. I had some shishitos that did not do anything out here. I think I brought them out too early. So pepper plants like to stay warm. If they come out or get too chilly, they end up stunting and they won't produce for you. And I think that's what happened with that's honestly what I think happened with my shishitos. I think I brought everything out too early last year, and yeah, I think I just lost it all because they never ever did. I did get a couple of sweet peppers, and so okay, what we're gonna do here, I'm not like raking anything out. I'm just kind of minimizing what's here, and that way we got an idea of what's going on in here and what's happening. I don't pull out any of my root systems during in the off season like this. It's just more, these roots actually will help feed the soil over the winter. So all that stuff, all this stuff, honestly, I'm just going to keep it here and I'm just going to go over the top of it. This straw isn't going to hurt anything. This stuff, as long as I fill in any voids, like if you get down in there, you can see that this pallet, it needs to be filled up down in there. So when I come through with some dirt and some compost, all these holes will get filled up and everything will be where it should be. This section, let's see, I had some onions through here. I think some like green onions. Those are the peppers. These were green onions in the middle here. And then this last section I had, these were my mini melons, if I remember right. And yeah, that dirt is really minimized in there. So, ooh, it's chilly out here. And what's this? We have greenery. That kind of stuff, I'll toss that out. But okay, there's one down, many to go. These are all tomatoes. This whole section here was tomatoes. We've lost a lot of oh man, we've lost a lot of our height in this one, but that's okay because all I got to do is top it off now. Like all these voids, those are all full still, which is good. So it's going to take a lot less compost and a lot less soil to bring them up to par where they need to be. But I'm gonna get the hoe. Remember what I said in a video before, always have you a good hoe on hand. This thing is not cutting it in some of these spots. Yes, also, I'm not going through the door. That door. I did not go through the door. I went through the space because I have yet to finish up that spot. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry, we're gonna get there soon. So basically, if you're new here and you haven't seen the other videos, I put this walkway up with some help of my lovely family. And this space, there's that is a rose bush, and over there by that trash bucket is a rose bush. And they're actually doing really well. That cattle panel needs to be attached with T-post still, so I'll do that soon too. But in between these spaces, between the actual fencing and my awesome walkway, I'm gonna put chicken wire there so the roses can be trained to go over to the chicken wire and they will be pretty. Look, I went through the door. So it's chilly out here, guys. It's like 55 degrees. I should have a sweatshirt or a jacket on, I think. All right, good enough. So none of these are really in as bad a shape. I thought they were going to be a lot worse than what they are. But yeah, I'm just going to keep, so all this straw, oh no, there's a nozzle in there. All this straw, this is one of our watering system nozzles. Oh, it came off this one. I found it. That never happens. I'm always sitting there. Hold on a second. Hopefully I'm not too bouncy for you guys today. I'm all over the place. There. So Nick bought me this watering system last year and actually didn't do a bad job, but we did realize that it was meandering from the front down to here, and then it goes underground under the soil here and come back up onto this tomato pallet. By the time it got up to this tomato pallet, it had lost so much pressure that it barely was squirting out any water. So I think we're just gonna cut it off there. And I was out here every day anyway, hand watering, so it didn't really matter too much. But it was nice to have in case I couldn't come out for some reason. I could just turn it on and at least get everything soaking. Oh look, there's another. Oh, I hope I didn't mess it up. Another greenery. Don't know what that is. Just junk. Junk. All right. Okay, that bed was a lot better looking than I thought it was going to be. Oh, look. Here's our friend Mr. Okra plant. This is really tough to do one-handed, just so you guys know. But I'm not too worried about it. This isn't like the ultimate cleanup session. I'm just making a dent. Oh my God. There we go. All right. So these were sweet peas last year. They actually didn't do too bad. They didn't do great, but they didn't do too bad. And then, like I said, this was the okra. I'll throw that in the compost pile because that's a big stalk. This was okra, and I believe this was originally tomatoes, just like this whole section was tomatoes. But when they died out, I put garlic in there. There's supposed to be garlic in these things. I don't know. This is a garlic, but I don't think that's really a garlic in there. You know, let's pull it out and see. No, that's not garlic. It smells like garlic. That was going to be a garlic. Oh, that's what I do. Look, it was gonna be. Let's just pop it back in there for now. I know that's not gonna do anything, but whatever. It makes me feel better for the moment. Anyway, I had garlic in that row and in this row. Obviously, I didn't take care of it very well. I kind of neglected my garlics. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I just put it in the ground and walked away. So that's all right though. Every year's a new year. Every year you can learn something different. So maybe this fall we will have some decent garlic harvests going on. Anyway, here's another root. Like I said, I keep my plants in my dirt over the winter just because it feeds the soil. It's not going to hurt anything for them to be in there. And yeah, this bed looks really good. I don't see any garlic though. Oh look, there was something. Hold on. Look, it's like a little surprise. I want to be garlic. It's not garlic. Oh, it was going to be. It smells like garlic. Ah, whatever. We'll keep it in there. Who knows? If I put something decent in there, maybe it'll give it some good flavor. I don't know. You know, companion planting that way. All right, what do we got? That's a good looking little bed. That one stayed nice. That looks real nice. All right, let's cover it back up. What do we got here? More roots. Sorry. Root is junk. Weeds. May not be a real weed, but it's a weed to me because it's something that I don't want in there. All right, here's that tomato row. I had major tomatoes in here, but this dirt looks really well. And so I don't have to do a whole lot of filling, just a little bit. You can see down here, see that? That's the bottom of the pallet. So I'm gonna have to get enough soil and compost in here to fill those voids. But yeah, over here, this is supposed to be ranunculus. I don't know what the heck happened. I put them in as bulbs last year. For some reason, I thought they were going to do something last year, like over the summer. What am I thinking? They're bulbs. They weren't going to do anything until this year. And now, I don't know what this is. This stuff right here and that one. I don't know. It's something. I'm just going to let it go for a little while. We'll see what happens. I'm not afraid. I like surprises. So I think that's about it for that tour of digging up and what we need and what we don't need. Oh, no, it's not. We have one more pallet bed. What the heck? All right. This was cucumbers. We had cucumbers on this side. Cucumbers. Squat. Well, apparently we had a cucumber. Oh, that was my late season cucumber in there. And then there were zucchinis and squash were in here. Wow, I can't believe I can remember all that stuff. I can't remember what happened yesterday, but I can remember what was where out here. Okay, these look decent. I guess I'm gonna have to get off of here because the sun is obviously going down. It's getting chillier and chillier out here as the minutes pass. But take a look at this place. It's pretty barren right now, but guess what? It won't be soon. We are gonna be lush with life, and we're gonna have some potato towers, and we're gonna have lots of tomatoes and rutabagas and carrots and whatever's gonna go in that pallet and whatever's gonna go in that other one. I still haven't gotten that far, but I will get there. And I'm gonna have to figure out, I know I would love to put a trellis system up here, somewhere in here. So, yeah. Eventually, just think, a few months from now, this place is gonna be hopping, and we're gonna be sweating our butts off trying to maintain it and keep it under control. So, until then, I hope everyone has a wonderful day, wonderful evening, whatever it is when you watch this. And next one will be hopefully a little hard work, getting our hands dirty and learning some things about planting when it's time to plant. Yeah, all right, everyone, thank you for being here. And if you like it and subscribe to it, great. If you don't, I'm here. And if you like it, say hi to Garden Kitty Doo-Doo. Good old Dookie, he's back. I guess his friend left. And all right, I'll quit rambling now. So I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Be safe.